what happens if I want to switch from video, the rig, to like photography in 1 minute? Let's start counting down. At the count of 2, 1, 0, go. So the first thing I do is I turn off the system, turn off the camera, disconnect the power, disconnect the HDMI, and then remove the audio, plug this out, and then gently, boom, there you go. Hey everyone, as a solo videographer that shoots on the A7R5, the Sony A7R5 camera, I've been looking at building a rig that will allow me to switch from my videography setup to the photography setup in less than 2 minutes. No, 1 minute, okay? I've done a lot of research, watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I think I've found that perfect system that works for me. Setup coming right up. Okay, this video is not sponsored by anyone. This is just exclusively what I paid for with my money and then setting it up for you guys to see, okay? Now, the base plates, everything that will be attached or that I'll be using to build this camera is from the Kondor blue base rig that has the attachment, you can see the picture somewhere. So it has all the things I need to build the rig. So that's what we'll be using to build the rig today, okay? You know, Kondor Blue has this fancy packaging, okay? Now let's bring out all the rig and system. There you go. So I already brought out all the parts in the cage. So it comes with an handle. The main car, I already arranged the parts because it took a while to get them together. Like I said, I'm not unboxing anything, I'm just arranging, okay? So I just keep that part so we can get to business right away. So I already arranged the rig. So this is the main body of the camera, okay? The cage, this is where it's fixing into. The rod that came with the Kondor Blue cage is really small, it's this size, but from what I'm building, I'll be needing longer rods, okay? So I got the small rig, you can see the small rig, 35mm rod, you can check the height, okay? Let's do it this way. So this is the height difference, this is the Kondor Blue, and this is the small rig. I also already arranged the base stand for the camera blue. It has the base plate, okay? It has the base plate, it has the hole to have the rod in, and I already arranged it, so I'm not wasting time, you know. All right, now everything I'll be arranging today is going to be on the Kessler crane. I like the Kessler crane system because one, it has the Arca Swiss attachment frame, and also it can stand on a flat surface. You can see there's a rubbery stand here that you can actually place. So that means the whole rig will be built on this Kessler crane system, okay? So let's start building. So the very first thing I'm going to do is attach, here, let me get rid of this one first, okay? This base plate. So I'm going to attach this to the Kessler crane system, okay? Just so you know, I'll be using this multi-functioning tool from Small Rig, okay? This is very versatile. Again, not sponsored by anyone, just building rig, okay? All right, let's go. The frame, you can see the bigger one comes here, the smaller one comes here, okay? Yeah. One step down, let's go to the next step. Now we'll look at this base plate, okay? Now, these, let's put this, should we go to the right? Once it's done, we'll go to the left. We're going from right to left, okay? Right to left, all right. Now the main rig, the camera system, I will attach this base plate, okay, to this rig, such that I can slide in and out, okay? I'm gonna build this here. So the same way, turn it upside down, and then attach it here. The bigger one goes here and the smaller one. This is actually nice because it gives it 2 point of support. Most of the rig I've seen, you only have 1 attachment, but this rig comes with 2, which is really good. It's really nice, so. Okay. I think that's strong enough. And I'm also checking the distance between the front and the back. All right, that seems fair. Now, this goes into, you can see there's a direction that says the lens points this way. So that means the camera is going to be facing this way. So I'm just going to slide this into, now there is a safety pin. Okay, so the rig doesn't slide back. And this is well thought of actually. Okay, so I push the safety pin and I slide it in all the way. Okay, even after sliding it in, there's also a locking system here. I'll just screw this and lock it up all the way. So this thing isn't moving anywhere. What else is next? Let's slot in our rings, the family ring. Okay, the ring comes here. For now, just slot them in anywhere because I'm still gonna move them anyways, okay? Boom, all done. All right, now let's have the handle. This red pin is actually meant to trigger the record of your camera. I'm not gonna use it, okay? But I removed the cable. There is a project where you can have the cable attached, but I'm not using it, okay? But just so you know, something like that is there. This rail slides into the rail. And there is a lock too, so your reel doesn't fall off, okay? So you just slide the reel, boom, to the center. You cannot go wrong. You can either slide it left or right, okay? And this locking mechanism has to align with the center. I'm not sure if you saw that, but let's slide it back. You see the O? Then this has to be in here. In case you don't want to use the rig, you want to use something else, like the easy rig setup. Those who use easy rig, you can just have that mounted here and then you can just slide back. Yeah, not looking bad. Okay, yes. So like I said, the rig came with 2 of those rods. I have 1 rod lying around. Okay, I'm just going to use 1, and this is where I want to use it. I'm going to slide it in here because the rig, you can see the handle has this hole. It has this hole for another 2.5 mm. What am I going to use it for? Keep your fingers crossed. Now, something else is missing. I need my handles, okay? This, as far as I'm concerned, this rig is done. Like everything that came in the kits is all done right now. So everything I'm going to use from now going forward will be accessories from other suppliers or distributors that works for me. Not necessarily with the cage, but there are other accessories that you might use. Okay, all right, now let's talk about the handles. I bought the Knit C left and right handle because I just like the form factor and because I can attach these to the right and these to the left. Okay, so I like the way it looks. There are different rigs, different camera handle that you can use, but I just prefer those ones that are ergonomic and fine. Look at it looks fun. Okay, there's another thing. Because I'm thinking I might actually want to shoot in a vertical mode, like literally turn the camera this way. So I should plan for that. So what I did was get this small rig stand. I don't know the precise name right now, but I'll put the picture somewhere up so you can see. So I have this attached to the left rig, to the left handle rather, so that if I'm going to be sliding the camera down, it can actually stand. And I like this stand because this also has the Arca Swiss. All my systems have been modified to Arca Swiss. My tripod, my gimbal, even my tilter float system, they're all built on Arca Swiss release system. And I like the fact that the small rig adapter, this small rig plate is the small as the Arca Swiss, also has the support, just like the Kessler screen system, okay? Except that it's not as broad, it's not as big as Kessler clean, but it can also work. So basically I have this legs protruding out so you can stand on the flat surface at the same time mount it on the tripod if I want. So this is going to be on my left, okay? And this is going to be on my right. So let's attach it. What do you think? It's already looking great, right? This is what I was talking about. If I want to mount this in a vertical format, so after moving this out, I can literally do this. Look at that. If I want it back in horizontal, okay? Just have to bring the legs back or arms back and we're good. Okay, now let's talk about the power supply, okay? I'll be using the FX Lion Nano 2 to power the camera. I like the fact that it has multiple ports. There are a lot of VMAX batteries out there, just pick one that works for you. Then I have the small rig battery, VMAX battery plate. Okay, I'm just going to attach that to the back of the camera, fold it and fold it back by twisting this knob. Okay, a lot of YouTube videos on how you can arrange it, but this is how I'm going to leave mine. We should actually attach the camera now. Okay, I think that'll be the nice thing to do so we can see how everything is coming along. So the plate that comes with the Kondor Blue is actually too big for my other systems. Remember, the essence of having this rig is to have a versatile setup. So I can easily just go from my video camera rig to my tripod, for instance, maybe for photography, or maybe to my RS2 or RS4 gimbal, so I can shoot. So if I use this plate, the plate that came with this guy, I won't be able to use the same camera with the plate on other systems. And I found, so as a result, I found the Falcom F38 system, the plate that is attached to the camera, that works across all my systems. So that's really nice. So that's what I'm using for this rig as well. And I've tested it, I've tried it, it really worked. This goes in here, okay? And there is a knob. You just have to pull that back. I'm not sure if you can see it right underneath. And then you push it all the way through and you lock it. All right? So now, don't do that. Just say that it's firm, it's not falling anywhere. Like you see, up, down. Oops. Okay, now the battery, the camera is in. So now you can see, I can literally just move these around. I can shoot from, you know, the data battery is at the back. That also helps with the weight, balancing the weight, okay? So yeah, it's getting heavier. It's getting really heavy now. Okay, now how do I get power from the small rig plate to the camera and monitor and other accessories I'll be attaching? So I bought I don't know the name of this guy, but this is a D-tab splitter. Okay, can you see it? Yeah, I think somewhere. So this, if you can, I think you can zoom in. Yeah. So this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4 breakout from 1. So I'm going to attach that to the rail. Now I attached this railing system. You can see this is glued up because the original rig doesn't have the adapter. Doesn't have a 3.5 mil in the middle. It only has it at the edges, and that's not going to work for me. So I just use super glue. Don't say it out. Super glue. So I use super glue to attach the. So there's this rail, the 35mm rail adapter that I used. Okay, just glued it to the adapter. Okay. Is it going to work for me? Yes. Is it the best? Maybe not. But as long as it works, who cares, right? Okay. So I have this guy here. I got another adapter. So this basically converts a V-mount, is by a small rig adapter to USB-C cable, okay? Adapter, I use it here again, super glue, okay? I want it such that this is going to plug in into one of the spaces, okay? And then you have to move a little closer. So basically, this goes into the battery plate, and then this goes to the camera, okay? And then I've got other spaces here in case I want to charge my monitor or power my monitor, light, mic, anything I'm going to be attaching. If you have a picture of your build or a video of your build, please send me the link. I would like to see what you're doing out there, okay? This actually came from an inspiration from different guys, different YouTube videos. I can't even start mentioning all their names. I have the battery installed now, okay? And have it And you know this plate also has a power switch. Very good, okay? So if I turn this on, so this should go to charge my camera. Now, the adapter also has a switch button on and off. If I turn it on and it turns green, that means we're good. Okay, let's go. There, you see? Turned green. So, yeah, we're good for power. Okay, let's go to the next step. So it's gonna be audio. Let's talk about audio. I got the Sony XLR K3M system. This is actually designed for the A7S series of cameras, and I think it also works for the FX3. I'm not sure. I know the FX3 has an audio handle, but I think it also works for it, but I'm not too sure. I don't have FX3 yet. Okay, so basically this converts, this has the original mic. So this comes with an onboard mic already, but I attached the Rode windshield. It has input 1 and input 2 and input 3, which is actually nice because I can get the audio. So I got extra XLR to 3.55 cable, so I can plug in my DJI mic or any other microphone, LAC 2 mic, whatever mic. Okay, I can also plug it on. I'm actually using one right now, if you can see it. So you can plug that into the system, so you have audio XLR into the camera. Okay, so I'm going to attach and this is also really good because I don't have to plug this into, although if I do this, it will still power the system, at the same time supply audio to the camera. But I don't want to do that because I already have the handle. So I needed something that is going to stand away from the camera that will still supply good audio. You know what I mean? So that's why I have the system. Okay. All right. So let's attach this. I'm going to be attaching this to the camera body itself. So yeah, this is what screws to the top of the. It's going to go like this. I have it covered just for protection. Now I have the mic that locks in. So I have the XLR goes, the mic from the system goes to input 1. Okay, and then these attach it to input 2. I rarely use the input 3 because I already have this cable. So I figured XLR to 3.5mm works well, except if I need an extra mic. And then there's a control here that you can adjust the local filter, you can adjust the gain and things like that. So I just use this for my input 2. I don't use it every time, but it's there if I need it. That goes to input 2, and this is plugged into my hot shoe mount of my camera. And this supplies the audio and then power this, and that's it. The final piece of this build is attaching my monitor and the transmitter to this rig, so it really looks professional. Okay, so what I have the Desk View 7-inch monitor. Okay, and remember the idea is to power everything on this rig with just a single battery, which is going to be the V-mount battery, the one here. It's going to be this one. Okay, so I got this adapter. So this is really helpful because I'm able to power the monitor as well as the transmitter from a single source, which is going to be the D-tap to the DC cable. So basically I just attach this. It has a locking mechanism. Okay, I just screw this in, plug it in. Okay, and once that is locked in, you can pull it out. It actually helps. Okay, and then these plugs into the monitor at the same time. You can see this is labeled transmitter 1 because I have more than one transmitter that I use. So then I attach this also at the base. It only goes one way, so you have to make sure you figure it out. Okay, so even just like this, I'm still able to power. Let's see if this works. Okay, so this is the D-tap, right? I can just plug this in to the D-tap battery, and then okay. So ordinarily this by itself powers my transmitter, and my monitor. Okay, so just plugging that in. But I'm not doing that right now. Okay, I'll be plugging this into the adapter. Remember this wonderful piece of adapter, the splitter. Okay, so this goes there. So the question now is, how do I mount this monitor on this rig? Okay, of course, you know there will be HDMI system. I have two HDMI cables. One will be this has a pass-through HDMI. So there's the input from the camera, then outputs into the transmitter. So the transmitter then sends to the production team, maybe, okay, or the film village, whatever. Depends on what production I'm on. And sometimes I just remove the transmitter if it's not needed. It's just a recording thing. I really don't need it. I just remove it, okay? Because I usually don't like having my monitor face me like head on. No, I prefer to have it a little bit tilted, okay? Because if I'm recording something and I really want to go down, then I can do that. If I want to flip it on, flip it up, okay? So I got this small rig monitor holder, okay? So I'm going to attach it to the front here while my monitor stays here, okay? And it has this Harry locking mechanisms, which is also helpful too. So keeps it a tighter grip, okay? Here. And the twisting system is here. I can just twist down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, right here. There you go. So I can do this. Nice. I like to keep things clean in a way, as clean as I can. So this 90 degree, so I have the 90 degree HDMI adapters just to keep the HDMI cables clean and connected to where I need to go. I don't want things hanging, to the side. And because remember this system where I can actually make it in 360 form. So if I have any cable here, it's going to affect that. So that's why I have this system to the side. So this goes here. Okay. I can tighten this so it's firm. And I can also do it left and right. Look that. And then only through this, I just plug it in here. And so the first thing I want to connect is my camera. I'm keeping the lens off. When I'm ready to record, I'll take it off, okay? Slide this in. Okay, the first thing I plug in is my HDMI cable. Then I plug in the power, okay? The power, the USB-C. And then the audio. Finally, the battery. All right, let's take this off. And let's turn this on. Yep, you see. And there you go. Perfect. Look at that. I have my adapter working. I have everything ready to go. Is my transmitter working? Yes, my transmitter is working. And do I have audio? Yes, I do have audio. Okay, nice. So this is basically it. Like, look at that. Okay. Oh, just to do. So this is basically it. Look at my view here. Like you can see, here, let me tilt this down. You can see my view right now. Yeah, you can literally see what I'm saying. Okay, this is all built now. What happens if I want to switch from video, the rig, to like photography in 1 minute? Let's start counting down. At the count of 2, 1, 0, go. So the first thing I do is I turn off the system, turn off the camera, disconnect the power, disconnect the HDMI, and then remove the audio, plug this out, and then gently, boom, there you go. Literally nothing in the rig is as naked as ever. Okay, so now I can have my trigger here that's going to control my softbox, and I can just switch on and then switch it over to pictures and then start taking pictures. So what happens? Say client comes and says, hey, you know what? We want you to switch from, we know we just finished taking pictures, we want you to record this part because it's really important. Sure. We're switching from taking photos to shooting video in 3, 2, 1. Let's count now. So basically I just bring out my rig. First thing I do, just, let's move it out of the way. Okay. I just take that in all the way. Don't lock it yet. Connect the HDMI cable. Connect the power, which is optional because there's power in already, and then the mic. Then tighten it and push it all the way, and then lock it up. Turn everything on. We're back in business. There you go. Look at that. That's it. Okay. Oh, I mentioned something about shooting a vertical video. Okay. How about we do this? Bring out the legs. And there you go. That's it, vertical. I think I might actually have another support here. Thinking about it. So I can, like an handle of some sort that I can carry, because I won't be able to hold this. It's not the best handling position. Okay, I'm thinking about it. All right. Well, guess what? This is a very long video. Sorry I took your time, but that's literally what I've been thinking about for a while. I think there's going to be a part 2 to this video, because I'm thinking of having a follow focus somewhere here, and maybe a lens support, because if I have a follow focus, I don't want to be pushing on my lens, you know. I might need a lens support and then a follow focus. Do you have any ideas? Please drop it in the comment section below if you have any ideas on how I could attach a follow focus to this. Okay, if you have any question, I know this took a long, sorry about that. If you have any questions, let me know. And I keep building, I keep adding stuff so we can get more creative and we don't get stuck when it's time to make those beautiful shots and amazing videos. Okay, all right then, take care. Another episode. God bless you. Bye.